So I got to check out the brand new Blumhouse film Woman in the Yard, which stars Danielle Deadwyler and is directed by Jean-Colette Serra. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. If I am not, I am so sorry. Now Danielle and the director had some kind of chemistry working together because the two previously worked on the Netflix original film, Carry On. And I wasn't really impressed with the trailer for this film. So I kind of went in with this with an open mind, just hoping for a decent horror film. Now, this is a film that looks at grief, trauma, and depression. This is a repeated theme that has been constantly told in horror. I don't mind when movies explore those themes because I think those themes are very important. You just gotta tell it to me in creative and unique ways. Now, one of the positive elements the film has going for it is the performance of Danielle Deadwyler. I was able to feel sympathy for her character. I was able to buy a mom who was grieving after the loss of her husband. And I also enjoyed seeing the two young actors who play her children. I really didn't have any problem with the performances. What makes the film weak is some bad character decisions. And what also does not make this film at least helpful for audiences is that it's a very slow moving watch. The first two acts of this film are very slow, and I feel like that's what's going to drive audiences away. And due to that, the film relies on its jump scares and sound design. For example, you hear like wind chimes every once in a while, and the jump scares felt kind of cheap for me. As for the director, he returns to his horror roots. If you all don't remember, he directed Paris Hilton in the remake of House of Wax. He's also the director of Orphan. For the film to have its cheap jump scares, I do see the tension that he wanted to deliver. But I will give him credit because I was intrigued, at least of most of what I was seeing, even though I wasn't totally impressed by the actual horror elements. And I think the best scene he did bring to audiences is when the woman in the yard shows up for the very first time. Danielle's trying to get the woman off her property, and the woman says, "Today's the day," and then it all leads to her, spoiler alert, showing off her bloody hands. I thought that scene was at least creepy. The weaker scenes we do see are the flashbacks. I've been seeing a lot of people compare this film to The Babadook. I'm not a fan of The Babadook, but I do see the similarities. Overall, this is not the best Blumhouse film. Is it better than films like Night Swim? Yes. And it's also not the worst horror film I've seen this year. I've been referring to this as a horror film, but I want to categorize this as a psychological horror. I'm going to give the film this grade right here.